Maisano here. I'm going to be bringing you the Putanesca 411. What does that mean? Well, it's kind of like a very quick version of some topical current events that kind of went on, or maybe things that twisted or pissed me off in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I might be doing this weekly, monthly, well, based on the fact of things pissing me off, it could be daily, okay? So, for those of you that don't know, Putanesca sauce is a very, very quick Italian tomato sauce. It's made in a frying pan. It actually originated in Naples when the fleet came in, because all the putans had to make a very quick sauce to get out of the house to get to the fleet, okay? So this is what they did. They used olives, capers, anchovy, garlic, oil, sauteed that stuff up in a frying pan, and poured in crushed tomatoes, okay? And they let it cook for about 30 minutes, and bam, they were good to go. All right? That's how that went down. So this is why we're calling this Putanesca 411, because it's going to be quick, easy, and you won't feel a thing. Kind of like Easy Pass. So here's the deal. I was listening to the news last night, and in New Jersey, in a county called Bergen County, they have a law called the Blue Law. What is the Blue Law? It's a decades-old law. It meant that every store in Bergen County has to be closed on a Sunday. Why? Because it was God's day of rest, and that's what they wanted us to do, okay? This law has been in effect since I was a child. Governor Christie, the new governor, has announced that he wants to abolish this. Now, this is about the only thing I agree with that he wants to do. I support this, and I'll tell you why. Because if you want to go to a 7-Eleven, you can do that. If you want to go to a food store on a Sunday, you could do that. But on a Sunday, if you want anything else, you got to go out of the county or go into the city. That's the way it goes down, okay? So I am supporting that. However, in Paramus, land of the malls, the Paramus mayor got on the news and said, oh yeah? Well, I'm telling Governor Christie right now, over my dead body. Mink. I'm thinking he shouldn't have said that, because when you say shit like that in New Jersey, it could happen, aight? So, the Blue Law. I hope it goes away. Thank you, Christie. I'm thinking that's maybe the only thing you might be able to do. But unfortunately, you're going to have to, you know, whack the mayor. Also in New Jersey, oh my gosh, we had this incredible storm last week. It was like a hurricane. 75-mile-an-hour winds. Trees were flying out of the thing, out of the ground. Rooftops were like hovering. It was like Annie M, okay? And a little further north in New Jersey, all of these towns that are surrounded by lakes and rivers, well, they all flooded, okay? And as a matter of fact, there was this one, they're all screaming now because it's a state of emergency. They declared a state of emergency in New Jersey, which is kind of an oxymoron, but then again, they did that, okay? So now, people are screaming, where's FEMA? Where's FEMA? FEMA is still in New Orleans, and they're not going to come until they're done with that. That's what I'm thinking. So don't hold your breath. But it was really sad because one of my peeps on Facebook, and a good friend of mine, Deborah DiStefano, unfortunately, this poor girl got hit with the flood. And they interviewed her on the news, Channel 7, and she was all upset and pissed off and twisted because, you know what, she just bought new hardwood floors, and everything is ruined. She's got like 8 feet of water in her friggin' house, this poor girl, okay? So, if those of you that know Deborah, please reach out to her, help her out. And for those of you that don't, look her up on Facebook. And really, maybe you got a connection with FEMA, or you know some guys that can dress up like FEMA and come down and help her house, okay? So, that's the story with the floods. Oh my God. And I found out that the Willowbrook Mall was closed. I have no idea. They're going to reopen it, I think, next week. So, don't go driving down Route 80, okay? And then this morning I had the View on. Why? I don't know, because I hate these broads. They're all cackling at the same time. I want to get a friggin' bat and slap them all in the head, okay? And even Joy Behar, who's Italian, and I love her. But minchia, come una ucca betta, capisci? For those of you that don't understand Italian, please call a friend and explain that, and they'll tell you what that means. Now, here's the deal. I was so upset. Did you hear, and this is what they all talked about, that Sandra Bullock's husband, Jesse James, cheated on her? that morte di fama disgraziata, tua miserabile vangula lorda. Can you believe this rat bastard? Okay, and you know what? I really do adore Sandra Bullock. She's been around forever. She's like the queen of the romantic comedy. But besides that, she just won the Oscar, and I think it was really well deserved. A great actress, really warm and real feeling in comparison to a lot of things. But she apparently has left the house. Good! Good! Yeah, I left the house. I would have killed him before I left the house. But then again, she left the house. Now here's the deal. This is what he did. He cheated on her with a tattoo model. Her name was Michelle Bombshell McGee. And this is what really kind of twisted me, okay? I'm like, I don't know where we get this information. But they said that the affair he had with her lasted 11 weeks, of which 5 weeks included sex. Ma chi cazzo? How do they friggin' know this? All right? And they put this out there. Now, what really got me all twisted here was that when she did give, she's always been giving these wonderful speeches recently, but she gave this speech and she had said that apparently she's had a hard time with opening up, and this is her first marriage. They've been together for 5 years, and she said, it's the first time in my life I feel that somebody has my back. Yeah, with a knife in it, that's what I'm thinking. Well, let me tell you, this rat bastard, I am glad she left this guy. And you know what, I'm not here to bash you guys, but all I'm trying to say is, minchia, maronna mi disgraziata, can't you keep your piece of deal in your pants? Especially if you've made a commitment to be monogamous. That's all. If not, then go out and have a good time, you know? Minky. What can I say? So, that's the Putanesca 411 for today. I hope you dug it. I want to give a shout out to all my Facebook fans out there. Thanks so much for following along and supporting my madness on this social environment. And please, the Italian Chicks, our comedy show, an amazing show with some incredibly talented women that I have on board. I'm so lucky and so blessed. If you're not already a member of the fan club on Facebook, just go on Facebook and put in the Italian Chicks fan club. And like, come on, join the family, tutta famiglia qua, okay? So, grazie Dante, have a great day, and boom boom's out of here. Ciao, andiamo.
Boom, 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 boom. How, how. I love to see you.